function in new environments. If you imagine the dinosaurs, what they might have felt like, you see, obviously they didn't adapt too well to whatever changes took place. And apparently we're the replacements, and types like us are the replacements. When you say, I look at it this way. If you can imagine a 4 or 5 dimensional matrix with 100 points on each dimension, these points are interacting at all times, always interacting. Humans have the wonderful ability and a horribly dangerous ability to connect the dots. And whatever dots they happen to connect then becomes reality. So if you want to call that a conspiracy, I guess we can. No doubt there are much more intelligent people, and as I wrote in Black Book 3, you can see what they're doing. They're basically exploiting the primary drives of the monkeys that inhabit the planet. You have to let's watch ads on television. You have to have a new car, you have to have a new this, you have to have a new that, you have to have a new that in order to be a good monkey. So at that sense, whether you call it a conspiracy or not is a totally different question. But we do see behavior. And just because so much of our brain is dedicated to language, and simply because we have language, gives us the illusion that we are not who and what we really are. It gives us a beautiful illusion. And no doubt there are people out there who are very well aware of that and brilliantly know how to manipulate the middle brain, the emotional brain, if you would, through language and cognitive processes. If you look at a 4 or 5 dimensional box, and there are 1,000 words this way, 1,000 words this way, 1,000 words that way, and you put a random number generator behind them, it will generate a bunch of words that come together to appear to mean something, or more frequently appear to be a question or appear to be an answer, when in fact it's purely random and has no substance to it at all. Most questions have no substance to them at all. They're primarily designed to create emotional reactions, to get the monkey to behave. While so much of the brain is donated or dedicated to language ability, the rest of the brain, forgetting sensing, is dedicated to motor ability. So that means all you have to do is string a bunch of words together that create certain emotional states, and you'll have action. That's how you get the person out of his chair to go down to Walmart and buy himself a new toy. So you have the words that create the affect, that create the feeling, and then from there you have motor behavior. Now the motor behavior actually you can have affect prior to motor behavior, and then an emotion, satisfaction. Oh, I'm so happy. There's a relief. I've done something. I've created something. I have power. And then, of course, that wears off very quickly, like most drugs, and the person is back out there buying and doing again. See? Very few people spend their time studying themselves in detail or trying to gain more power over the 3 things that Dr. Robert Linder stated, which was gravity, stupidity, and the grave. He called it the grave. And then Leary came along, changed those to space migration, intelligence squared, and life extension. But it was Linder who, in the mid-50s, at least in our era, said that those were the three enemies of mankind.